you've been sued for patent infringement and you're ready to solve this problem, if you want to avoid excessive legal fees, spending time in court, and being distracted from your business, and you want to do it without going bankrupt, then this short video will show you how to get control of your lawsuit, even if you think there's no way out. So you can get back to business, stop spending money on lawyers, and get a good night's sleep. Hi, my name is Bill Honaker, and I'm a patent attorney, and for the last 40 years, I've helped people like you avoid litigation. Here are a few examples where I've been able to help businesses stop the nightmare. Allmark, they were sued for patent infringement of a door guide. Their first lawyer said he could win the lawsuit. He spent $150,000 reviewing the case, answering the complaint, and basically going nowhere. One of Allmark's board members suggested that I take a look at the product. I suggested a minor product change, and the case settled 2 weeks later, saving millions in legal fees. Snowwolf, they were sued by an infringer for patent infringement. We located evidence that the invention had been sold for years before. The case settled after the patent owner was made aware of this evidence. Kellogg, they were sued for their reseal cookie package. One of their biggest competitors had a patent on it, sued Kellogg. We located a publication out of Europe that resulted in a huge win for Kellogg, and most importantly, their ability to continue to sell product with that reseal package. The fact is, the patent owner wants to put you out of business, and they can by forcing you to spend your time and money on the lawsuit. And once that lawsuit gets underway, it's hard to stop that train. You want to take care of it as early as possible. Every delay is costly. Trying to ignore the problem, hoping it goes away, it just makes it worse. When you launched your product, you didn't expect to get sued for patent infringement. I know that. Now you're facing a scary scenario that you don't know much about. And you're not alone. Thousands of businesses are facing these lawsuits every year. What's sad is it causes high levels of stress, enormous anxiety, and sometimes even bankruptcy of your business. Clients always tell me how frustrated they are, how scared they are, and how exhausting it is to be in these lawsuits. And it costs them tremendous amounts of money, and it slows down their businesses. I know businesses that have been ruined. It can feel like getting punched in the gut every day, day after day after day. But since you're watching this video, I know you want to get control of the lawsuit. You've probably done some research online to find a solution. Maybe you've read the patent. Maybe you've researched the company suing you. Maybe you read some articles online about patent law or tried to reason with the patent owner. Or worse, maybe you even contacted a lawyer who didn't understand that you don't want to win the lawsuit. You want it to stop. That was Allmark's issue. Their lawyer wanted to win. Allmark wanted it to stop. Only to realize trial lawyers want these cases to go on forever because that's how they make their money, billing you by the hour. If you're facing a patent lawsuit but are frustrated and worried because you don't know what to do, who to trust, or what your next step should be, please listen carefully to what I'm about to say, because after helping numerous businesses that were sued for patent infringement, I can tell you that the number one reason people struggle to get control of these lawsuits is that they lack a strategy for getting the lawsuit under control and shifting the balance of power. Nearly everyone I've talked to over the years has tried one or more haphazard ways to fix their problem, but they end up frustrated and even more stressed. To get control of the lawsuit and to get it resolved, you need a proven step-by-step strategy to resolve the issue. So in the next few minutes, I'll share with you the exact three-step system I've used to help people get control of their patent problem. I promise that when you follow this system, you'll have a plan, sleep better, and get back to running your business. Okay, the first step is to take control and stop ignoring this problem. This patent problem is not going to go away. It has to be dealt with. Ignoring the problem will only create further problems, including the potential for 3 times the actual damages. So the first step is to decide that you'll do whatever it takes without excuses to fix your patent problem. As corny as it might sound, I encourage you to commit it to writing. Get a piece of paper and write, I commit to myself and my family to do whatever it takes to work out this patent problem. Sign and date it and put it somewhere you can see it daily. This simple first step will help you move from fear and worry to resolve and determination. Step 2 is to understand what the patent actually covers. Do you really infringe? Winging it or hoping that changes to your product will make them go away is a disaster. Remember, the patent owner wants to put you out of business. They really don't want this lawsuit to stop. You don't want to agree to stop what you're doing without understanding what that means. While this might temporarily feel good, stopping what you're doing won't make the lawsuit stop. You also don't want to change your product without knowing that it will solve the problem. Allmark changed their product after they were sued, but they changed the wrong thing. The slight change I recommended was different, but it was the change that moved them completely out of patent infringement and created the basis for solving the lawsuit. Yes, the goal is always to stop the lawsuit when you've been sued, but stopping sales or changing the product without guidance will only encourage the patent owner and encourage them to demand enormous damages for the sales you've made. Stopping product sales or changing the product is a serious matter you must consider carefully. You have to understand the scope of the patent and the patent limitations. It's more than just the words of the claim. It's the legal scope of those claims. The patent owner may have defined terms or created limitations during the patent process that have boxed them in, and if you're outside of that box, you don't infringe and the lawsuit stops. But you have to demonstrate this with strong evidence that your product doesn't infringe the patent. Step 3 is take the fight to the patent owner and attack their patent. Depending on your situation, some strategies include showing the patent owner that he wasn't first to do what was patented. That's what we did with Snow Wolf. That's what we did with Kellogg. A little-known strategy is to request that the patent office review their decision to grant the patent in the first place. A high percentage of patents are revoked by the patent office if there's good reason and you can show that. This is a much less expensive strategy than spending years in court battles. A combination of these strategies will often work best, so having a well thought out plan is mission critical before you approach the patent owner. Another step in those strategies is knowing who the competitor is, why they're suing you, and if there's other maybe business opportunities for getting the case settled. Assuming you have the correct strategy, the patent owner will see the weakness in their case. Here are some crucial things you need to know about that. Without strong evidence, the patent owner will be encouraged to have a strong case. They will increase their demands and advertise their lawsuit to others to disrupt your business. So please listen carefully. Knowing what not to say and do is almost as important as the plan you've designed. Hey, just a quick interruption here. I wanted to offer you a complimentary copy of my new book, Invisible Assets. It is all about intellectual property and its value to businesses, additional information to the topics that I'm talking about. If you would like a complimentary copy, just click on the link below. It will take you to a web page insert your name and email address, and an electronic copy will be sent to you immediately. You'll also be added to my email list, and you will be able to get weekly updates on intellectual property that I write for business owners every week. Thank you, and now back to the video. One huge secret is to know who to talk to and who should do the talking. Saying the wrong things or the right things in the wrong way can derail the entire negotiation and put you in a weak position. So let me share with you some tips for getting out of a patent lawsuit. As we discussed, have a plan and know what you want. If you go into negotiation unprepared, you'll get eaten alive and forced to accept their plan, which will definitely not benefit you. Knowing what the patent covers and its limitations is critical. You may miss the opportunity to make just a slight change in your product and avoid the lawsuit altogether. Before you respond to the patent owner, you need a strong position that they will understand and respect. If you are unprepared, they will use everything that you say against you. If you do everything right, you can take control of the lawsuit. So far, we've discussed what can happen if you don't take control of the lawsuit, what you should do and what you shouldn't do, and a high-level overview of the system for taking control and fixing your lawsuit problem. While my three-step process looks simple on the surface, as with many powerful processes, many more details are hidden under the hood. You can try to figure everything out and take your chances on your own, or you can work with someone who has experience and help you fix your problem as efficiently and effectively as possible. And that's what we do for our clients who are ready to take control of their lawsuit problem once and for all, so they can stop the expense, spending time in court, and being away from their business. If that sounds like you and you're 100% serious about resolving your patent lawsuit so you can stop it, avoid sitting in court, and get back to business, and are committed to fixing your problem, accomplishing your goal, and stopping the crazy train, we should talk, because my mission is to help business owners put a stop to patent lawsuits. If that sounds like you, click the strategy session button on the screen below. We'll talk about your situation, and I'll share with you what needs to be done. As I mentioned earlier, I'm a patent lawyer who has been doing this for over 40 years. I will diagnose your problem and tell you how to fix it. At the end of our call, you'll make one of two decisions. If you want to work with us to fix your problem, that's great. If you decide we're not a good fit, that's fine too. Please understand, the strategy session is only for business owners who have a patent infringement problem, whether they're in a lawsuit right now or they think they might be facing a lawsuit and they're serious about fixing that problem. The strategy session is for folks who have a substantial problem, are sick and tired of worrying about it, and want to solve it immediately. Quite frankly, it's for people who are willing to invest to solve their problems and get their lives back. The strategy session is not for people who won't accept responsibility for their circumstances or who are just gathering information in hopes of finding a way to solve a difficult problem on their own. This session is for people who are ready to take the bull by the horns, resolve their patent problem, instead of just worrying about it. This action taker, non-excuse maker mentality is the type of person I love to help. And it describes my very best clients who get great results. If that sounds like you, I'd love to help you. The next step is click the strategy button below and get on my schedule. If you're ready, the time for us to talk is now for two reasons. First, hoping your problem goes away will not only encourage the patent owner. Second, I work with a limited number of clients so that they get my focused attention. So, If you're ready, click the button below and apply for a strategy session right now.